It's Terry Vanover with Choosing to Rise, and I'm a divorce strategist, and I help you come through divorce without being legally, financially, and emotionally devastated. But most importantly, I help you to heal so you can transition confidently into that next phase of your life and find this new life of your dreams in a new chapter. So we go live every week and we talk about topics related to healing post-divorce and how to get you through divorce. And so this week's topic is how to trust again. And I'm going to talk about that because it's very important, because I hear so many people say after divorce, I'm never going to trust men again, or I'm never going to trust women again. And so it's really important that you're not carrying around that toxic energy around you. And, it's not healthy. And so I'm wondering, like, what emotion are you struggling with? Is it anger? Perhaps you're angry at your ex for putting you through this, or maybe it's resentment. You're resentful that they betrayed you and now you don't trust people. There's a lot of negative emotions that you could be experiencing going through this. So here's the thing though. The truth is, you have to heal this. You have to get through this. You can't go through life saying you don't trust anyone, you don't want to move forward, you don't want to get another relationship, because if you carry around those negative feelings, it impacts you emotionally, but also physically. Once people have been through a divorce, they experience anxiety, depression, a lot of health issues, loneliness contributes actually to an earlier death. And the thing is, like, once you've had one divorce, if you don't really take a good long look and heal yourself, you are 67% more likely to have your second marriage end in divorce. And listen, divorced people experience 3 times higher rates of heart attacks. So for me, it's not just a passion of helping people emotionally. It is about helping you heal in all ways, because it impacts you mentally, spiritually, and even physically. So this can affect you in so many ways. And so it is vital that you get help and get support through this, because it is such an overwhelming, difficult time. And I want to see you living a really long, healthy life, being there for your children and your grandchildren, right? So what are you to do if you don't trust, if you find yourself mistrusting others and you feel really jaded after your divorce and you can't find it in your heart to date again, right? It's really difficult for you. Well, the first thing you need to do is hire a divorce strategist. And the reason why you need to do that is because you need to hire someone who specializes in divorce and understands the complications of divorce and understands the communication that needs to be had around having an ex, and can help you with the right resources and tools, referrals to the right professionals. But also, a big part of what I do is help people handle the stress and the overwhelm that comes with divorce. And listen, it doesn't have to be me, right? But again, it has to be someone that specializes in divorce, someone that can really help you deal with the stress, the emotional roller coaster that you feel, help you heal the trauma that you're dealing with when it comes to divorce, help you have a plan for your life post-divorce. And here's a big thing, is getting insight into what got you into the divorce in the first place, so you don't repeat that pattern. And also so you can be more insightful for future relationships with your children, with those that you love, with future relationships, even with your ex, someone to help you communicate more effectively with your ex-partner. So it is really important that you hire the right people. And then the next thing I want you to think about is, if you find yourself that you don't trust, you don't want to date, you're really, really fearful, the truth is you don't trust yourself. It's not about, I don't trust, I don't trust men, I don't trust women, right? It's not about that. It's really about you don't trust yourself. You're questioning yourself. You really are dealing with emotions of lack of self-confidence and self-worth now. You're questioning, am I valuable? You've been rejected. You feel really low. So it's really not about other people. It's really about you're questioning yourself. And I had a client come to me, and his wife had stepped out on him during the marriage. And so, as well as getting through the divorce, right, and getting through the divorce in just a few short months without going to litigation, we were also able to help him deal with the feelings that he had related around her, and letting go of that, and understanding how he contributed to that relationship. And so that's my next tip for you, is you have to take responsibility for your role in the divorce. And listen, it might be a small role, but there was a role that you played, and maybe it was a covert role. Maybe you allowed yourself to not speak up for yourself when you should have, or maybe you missed the red flags when you should have. And in this instance, with this client that I worked with, he saw conflict as a negative thing, and so he and his wife never had a conflict, but they never dealt with the underlying emotional issues that came up. And guess what? When things got tough, she went outside the marriage, and he didn't know what to do. And the good news is, because he's worked with me and healed himself, and I've taught him how to heal himself with that, he's now in a relationship. And guess what? They have conflict, and it's healthy conflict, and he knows how to communicate effectively with her, and he knows how to build a healthy new relationship. So although your responsibility in the divorce, it may be minimal, it may be only a few percent. I'm not saying that, but you do need to take responsibility for that. And the great news is once you take responsibility for that, you feel more in control, you feel more confident, you feel more empowered, because you can make better, more insightful decisions. It's so empowering. And then my last tip for you is to do the forgiveness work that you need to do. You are carrying around negative, burdensome, toxic emotions that someone else gave you. I'm not saying you brought it on yourself, or that even that you deserve it. And I'm not saying that forgiveness means you forget, or that you don't have healthy boundaries. I'm really all for healthy boundaries, but forgiveness takes you to another level, and it allows you to release negative emotions that someone else gave you. The forgiveness is for you, not for anyone else. And believe me, it is really amazing how you will feel when you do the work. So what do you want your life to look like a year from now? Do you want to be in a new relationship? Do you want to feel at peace? Do you want to stop questioning yourself all the time? You want to feel confident? You want to feel at peace? You want to feel happy and free? Yeah. So that would feel amazing. So I know what it's like. Like I said, I've been through a devastating divorce. I had a really tough childhood. I was sexually abused. I had an alcoholic father that abandoned us when I was very young, and grew up very poor. And I had a lot of sense of shame and a lot of lack of self-worth in myself. And I brought that into my adulthood, but particularly my marriage. And I was not a good wife. I was needy. I was controlling. I was like a never-ending pit that could not be filled with love. There was nothing that my husband could do to make me happy. And our marriage fell apart after a few short years. And I take responsibility for that. And within a few short months, I lost my mom. I lost family and friends. I lost my home. I lost my financial credit and security. I almost lost my job because I was just in an emotional basket case going through that. So I understand how dark divorce is, and I understand how to get you through it too, because it is vital that you do the healing work so that you don't put yourself back into that place again, and you don't repeat those patterns. And now I can say I am remarried to a wonderful man. We have a child together, and we blended our family with 5 kids. And now I co-parent with my ex, and his new wife, and I are the best of friends. We all support each other and care for each other, and do everything we can to make it a really great relationship with each other. And it is possible. It totally is possible, even after really contentious, bitter divorce. Believe me, I've been there, right? But you must do the work on yourself to get that done. And it is possible. And a bright new future is awaiting you. So, you know, and I teach all over the country, teaching people how to get past their divorce. I've authored 2 books with some other amazing women talking about how to put these setbacks behind you, and helping clients all over the world get back on their feet after divorce. So I understand. So if you're struggling with trusting yourself, if you're full of self-doubt and you lack confidence and you're lost and you don't know who you are anymore, I want you to reach out to me, because I'm here for you. So if you want to know the fastest way to heal yourself so you can be happy again after divorce, reach out to me. I'm here for you. Just send me a private message and I'll be happy to share my secret with you. All right, so I'm Terry Vanover. I'm here to help you. So reach out to me and I will talk to you next week. We will share another healing strategy to get you moving forward. All right, Terry Vanover, Choosing to Rise. I will see you next Wednesday. Have a great week.